and welcome to another session of knowledge sharing on the sidelines of the UNID Summit 2023. My name is Fiona Kemijisha and we are at the iconic Bomas of Kenya in Nairobi. And I have with me someone special. She's going to share with us a couple of things. We've just come out of the Gender Equality Forum. Welcome, Doctor. Please do introduce yourself.
My name is Dr. Naike Moshi. I'm the founder and CEO of WIMA, Women in Management Africa, which is an initiative aims to improve gender balance in leadership roles. We want to see more women at the executive table, at the decision-making table, because we believe that if we have more women at the decision-making table, changes will happen.
And I just want to hear your thoughts on how institutions, as well as individuals, the everyday person, how can we ensure that more women are getting into different spaces? How do we ensure that the systems are enabling for young women to prosper in different spaces?
First of all, I think this is the question that everyone should be asking themselves. Where are the women? Whenever you go to an event, whenever you go to a meeting, whenever you go to a speaking engagement, look around and ask yourself, where are the women? It's everyone's responsibility to look for those women, the marginalized group. And I believe institutions have a role to play. First of all, let's start with the policies. We need to have policies in place, for example, in the hiring. How do we ensure that we have females are hired? Just today, someone emailed me in a WhatsApp group saying that, Naike, we've seen this position that I've posted. More than 100 applicants are men and 5 are women. How do we solve this issue? This is females entering the labor force. They are very few. So how do you ensure that females are at the hiring stage? It's not at the hiring. Recruit them. Number one, I would say the requirements. For women, we have to meet all the requirements in order for us to apply for a job. So you have to make sure that the requirements, we don't have to check all the boxes, women. We don't have to. If you see at least 50%, you're qualified, go for it. Also, we have to work on our imposter syndrome. Sometimes it's the lack of confidence. We don't believe that we're worth it. We don't believe that we're capable of going up to that glass ceiling, going to the top. But also as an institution, do you foster an environment which is conducive for women? Do you have flexible working arrangements? Most women, they have children. They want flexible hours. They want places where they can accommodate their children. They can breastfeed. Do you offer that? And also as an institution, how are you positioning yourself to attract females? That's number one. That's hiring. Okay, now let's go to promotion. How do you ensure that women are being promoted? Do you keep track of the pay gaps? Men are paid more than women. This is a universal gender problem. How do you solve that? Transparency is key. We have to see the numbers. How do you track the compensation packages? Is it the same for men compared to women? And also capacity building. I believe that there are so many skills that women need in order to break the glass ceiling. This includes emotional intelligence, leadership, public speaking, so many things. And so when it comes to trainings, what kind of programs do you have for women? How do you ensure women get to those programs? Also mentorship, how do we ensure that we mentor these upcoming women who are coming up to the top? And male engagement, he for she programs. Male have to be allies. They're the ones who have to speak to us on the table. Imagine you are a male leader. How do you sponsor a woman to be there at the table? We have to include men. So for all these conversations, male have to be included. And also as women, we do a lot of work, but we don't put ourselves out there. We tend to shy away. We tend to dim our own light. Showcase what you do. Speak about what you do. No one is going to do it for you. I think that's just a brief. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. Where are other women? We need to always be asking ourselves. I know I've taken that with me everywhere I go. I need to be asking, where are other women? And what can I do? So now that we've talked about actually this in particular, it leads me to my next question, which is really just about advice. There's so many young women everywhere, all over the world, trying to do something significant in their field. and they're trying to break these glass ceilings, and you've broken a few of your own. What advice do you have for them?
Number one, know your worth. Know your worth. Always ask yourself, what do you bring to the table? Do some self-assessment, It's more than just, looks. Bring something to the table. Imagine you're going to be hired for a leadership position. Ask yourself, what do I bring to the table? What are my skill sets? What am I good at? Evaluate yourself. Do some inner work. That's number one. Visibility. I've seen many women do so many things, but they don't, like I said, they don't want to put themselves out there. Build your brands. Build your brand. Showcase what you do. Showcase your skills. That's what men do. They talk about what they do. They even, pump themselves out there. But women, we said, I don't want to put myself out there. I've even seen some of the women tell me, Nike, don't post too much. Why not? Why not? So put yourself out there. No one is going to speak on your behalf on your work. You are the one who knows what you bring to the table, so you better speak for it. So that's the best advice. And also don't give up, Don't give up. When it comes to barriers, we face so many barriers, but don't give up. Continue climbing up the ladder. But also make sure you bring others along. Don't just say that is slowly at the top, you're just there by yourself. Ask yourself, how many women did I bring to the table myself? How women have I referred to? How women have I recommended? How many women have I mentioned their names to opportunities? That's how we carry each other along. That's what men do, but us women, we don't do that. We keep quiet. Let's do that for ourselves. Let's empower our own gender, ourselves. Build a legacy behind. Leave something with your name on it. How many women have you empowered? How many girl child have you talked to them? Just put like a target every week. How many women have you mentored? The world has become such a very global place. You can even use your social media to do it. Do you do that? You never know what your story can have an impact on someone. So use what you have. It could be your social media, your skill set, anything to add value to the women around you.
Thank you so much for just closing us on a note of uplifting other women. What are you doing to uplift the women around you? I hope that if you're watching this, it's given you something to think about, maybe a goal for this week, a goal for this month. Carry along the women around you as you rise. Thank you once again, Doctor, and we'll see you next time.